Rain.
Oh,
Rhyming.
no, I think they're calling the last round of pools, which I'm in.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have Shaky and Abadongo playing like we expected, which is upsetting because, I mean, you explained so much hype for that. So, okay, so, because, I mean, Sky majorly wanted to come for that match.
I might have to switch out of commentator. The last round of pools going on, and I'm in there, so I'm going to have to switch out of commentator. Okay, so I'll get time later. Okay.
So are you sticking around with us?
Your prayers have been answered. I am leaving the stream. I know that everyone does.
Soon enough, my friend. Soon enough.
We will commentate together.
There is a line to commentate with me, and you guys, you flatter me too much. You make my head too big,
Wait,
honestly.
you're the one that told me that you wanted to commentate with me.
Well, I did, but I'm just saying, I mean, like, there's too much hype right now. I mean, we have such a stacked list of commentators who are all doing a fantastic job. So, I mean, keep it up, guys. I'm really hoping to see you around because I am going to be on this stream.
Yeah, no, I'm going to be here too. Wait, I think it is.
And there we.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see who else we got hanging around here to hop on the commentary, because I'm gonna need someone to kind of save Sky's position.
All right, guys, I gotta go fight Pee-wee, a Meta Knight, that free stock reflex Wario. Kind of hyped about that.
Wow.
And then the Canadian Zero Suit Samus. So.
All right. We have Kain and Rain over here about to pop off. We need a substitute commentator.
I'll get you a sub, okay?
All right, so we're opening up here. Kain versus Rain. Rain, legendary for his downloads. And as we all know, while Wolf very well may have a good matchup against Meta Knight in some eyes, my biggest worry is just how much is Rain going to pick apart the habits of Kain. Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second. Gunblade! Gunblade! All right, so as we're waiting for Gunblade to get back on the mic here, we actually see not too much of a percent difference as Rain already demonstrating not too much of a download yet, as Kain is sticking right to the basics and really making sure of it. We have Gunblade hopping back into the mic here as we're a little bit far into the match, saving me from commentating by myself. Unfortunately, not of Pierce's level to do that, but we have a pretty hype set going on right now between Kain and Rain. It only started about what looks like about just a minute ago, so.
Yeah, Kain is arguably the best Wolf. Him and Seagull Joel kind of have that little, I mean, friendly rivalry, I guess you can call it. The Wolf Wars are serious business when it comes to who's the best Wolf and all that.
They'll argue amongst themselves, but they'll cluster together when you question their character.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're ruthless. A pack of wolves.
Yes, there you go, pack mentality. But all right, so getting back to the match here, it seems like Rain has done a steady job of keeping Kain off balance and really not giving him that opportunity to zone MK out.
Yeah, in this matchup, as Rain lands a grounded show loop, takes the first stock. In this matchup, you would think that Meta Knight wouldn't be able to use Tornado as freely as he wants to because of Wolf's Reflector. Wolf can get that reflector out and it has the invincibility on it and can get him out of Tornado. But still, Tornado is a great tool to use on a Spacey like Wolf.
And I mean, with the way Rain has been using it, it seems like he's using the Tornado to counter any kind of aerial approach that Kain is applying. Whenever Kain is moving forward and attempting to basically cover some distance between him and Rain, as you see right there, he's countering aerial options pretty steadily with that.
Yeah, that was great DI by Rain right there. Kain landing that down smash, that move is so strong.
Oh, and a great follow through right there as we see a fair nair to Tornado, but unfortunately, Kain coming back with a nice strong back air as we know how great of a spacing tool Wolf's Bear is.
Yeah, Wolf's Bear is a great spacing tool. Some of the better Wolves, they don't really spam it like most people actually kind of have that conception about Wolf players. Well, they really use it toward the moderate percents. It gives pretty decent knockback and can be used to zone, but you really want your damage to come from using your moves kind of sparingly and rotating around what types of moves give the damage. You can scale out that laser and that reflector because that's not going to give you the kill with the knockback, but moves like Bear can get you kills if they're fresh or near fresh.
And a big thing I'm noticing from Kain right now is actually just that last little string right there. He seems to be baiting out options of Rain as he's spaced into certain directions. You see, he's doing the first jump, the low first jump, into a full double jump to bait out the NATO and possibly beat it out. He's very well aware that Rain's trying to counter his aerial approach and just really doing a good job of trying to force Rain into options that he thinks he's confident in.
Yeah, and as Wolf, if you bait that NATO out and the NATO doesn't hit you, as in like Rain trying to do the NATO early like that, see how Kain tried to jump in it with the reflector? That's a great way to counter that and get a nice little bit of damage and possibly follow up off of it.
And now the big thing is, though, the percent is still in Rain's favor, and Rain is blatantly showing an absolute lack of any sort of mental breakdown. He's not being conditioned by Kain. He's very well aware of what Kain's trying to do and realizes that his completion percentages and connections on Tornado are still high enough where, as we see here, he's not going to be fearful to take that quick damage.
Yeah, Kain's zoning strategy is pretty interesting. I was just about to say I don't like the lack of that short hop fair, but he did it right there, but followed up with an F smash. Kain really is well versed in using that forward air, and obviously we talked about the back air for spacing. Wolf's just mobility out of his moves and how they auto cancel into the ground provide a really safe mid-range game, and lets him thrive in that area. But Meta Knight kind of has an answer with it as Kain gets that nice read with that Dacus up smash right there.
And Kain really working on the mix-ups as of right now, but as we see, Rain really holding him to the outskirts and unfortunately really capitalizing on any attempts. Kain and Rain is really throwing me off here.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I mean, Rain is really forcing some overcommits from Kain, and he's really forcing him into some not so great positions as we see the stock lead still well within Rain's favor. And I just love the patience of Rain. He really bides his time. He really uses Tornado to kind of freshen up his moveset and just abuse any kind of aerial approach that Kain has been trying. You could see he's just waiting it out, but unfortunately right there, Kain caught him just waiting a little too long.
Kicked him right in the mask. Now I'm ready to see where Kain kind of mixes it up. Every time he's jumped with his back to Rain, he's always done the back air, right on the shield even. A lot of times with Wolf, you can just do that empty hop, land, turn around and grab. Wolf's dash grab at that close range isn't a bad dash grab, so you can get a little mix-up in right there. And Wolf's throws aren't necessarily too bad, puts the opponent in a good position to utilize his aerials. But Rain takes the first stock with a roll behind down smash. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, Rain solidified that stat with the down smash right there. And we're going to really have to see what Kain is going to do to create a slight advantage for himself. Because as of right now, unfortunately, he was basically trailing behind the stock the entire game and just couldn't find a steady way to dish out damage. I'm just trying to think what Kain is going to need to do here to make up that stock differential that Rain steadily kept between him and Kain.
I really think the problem right now is that Kain is playing too straightforward Wolf.
Straight arrow.
It's like, turn around, let me back air. If it hits him good, if it hits the shield, okay, I'm going to shield. I'm going to shoot lasers. I really want to see that tomahawk empty jump grab. I really want to see a lot more of that, you know, short hop, laser, kind of empty hop, jump in, jab, grab.
I can definitely agree with that. I mean, while you know, he knows what the generals and the fundamentals of Wolf are and really stuck to them well, I mean, Rain was just doing enough really to keep Kain consistently off balance. And without these mix-ups, without these options that Rain may not be too well aware of, I mean, that really gives him the opportunity to put the percent on and change the tide of the match.
And Rain is respecting Wolf's mid-range game.
Yes, definitely.
He's using his patience to wait for Kain to come into the close range to fight him. But Kain needs to do, like I said, mix it up and do a better job of you know, counteracting that patience, making Rain start thinking, get the gears turning in the head, instead of just kind of going off autopilot like Kain's going to come at me, this is what I'm going to do.
And now this is a dual-edged sword here as Kain finds himself on Battlefield. Rather, choosing to opt to fight Rain on Battlefield here. It looks like he wants to use the platforms to yet again bait out those tornadoes, bait out those upward strings, and possibly, you know, stuff them as we saw with a good placed laser, a nice use of reflector. But then again, there's nothing scarier than Meta Knight up air strings, especially against a character who's so heavy like Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf is kind of deceptively heavy.
Especially with very rough ball speed.
Yeah, definitely. Now Kain gotta try and cover those platforms a lot with lasers. Oh, that's a solid bear right there.
And this
very
is
nice, using that mid-range spacing, getting that F smash in now.
And it looks like he wants to feel out Rain a little bit, see how Rain's going to attempt to use the platforms himself and see what options he's finding a bit more useful now, as Rain does a great job at chasing out and really solidifying. Wow, quite a lead right now. We're looking at about, what, 68% here? Oh, even more now.
Kain going for the big hit. Couldn't get it, though. Now, if you ever see Kain get a grab and do down throw, it's very smart for Wolf not to just run right away, because they can tech the down throw right in front of you, and that's a free down smash.
Oh, so, and that top platform there. Wow, I'm sure Rain was a little surprised that didn't kill Wolf, but as we said, deceptively heavy, so making himself look like Snake right now is that up throw onto the top platform, even though fresh, was not enough to take Wolf out.
Yeah, and it was great DI. Look at Kain every time he's hit, aiming for the corner of the screen. Yeah. Another one. He didn't survive this time, but right to the corner of the screen.
And 207%, you know, Kain not being a slouch, making Rain have to put in that work and really fight all the way up until 207% to secure a kill, which is something that, you know, Wolf may not have the same situation with. He has very strong kill options within most of his smash attacks, a good chunk of his aerials too. So Kain, while not at the same deficit here, still has a good bit of room work to put in.
Very nice back air by Kain.
Oh. Little tricky glide in there by Rain to get around that big blocky laser hitbox. Ooh. And a very good use of Tornado there. Just rised high enough so that he could get to the ground, get the auto cancel on that, and get the shield up to avoid getting down smashed and potentially Pat G DI it.
Oh, nice reflector by Kain, answering that Nado. We see another one. Not this time. He couldn't get it out.
And yet again, as we said, Rain, though, not being conditioned, not being, you know, made to question his options. He is sticking with them and realizes that while they may not land every time, his completion percentage is enormous right now.
Yeah, and the Rain loop coming in handy right there. Oh, and a nice forward there. That will take his first stock now. And let's see if Kain can bring this one back.
Kain looking a little frustrated right now as he realizes he's a full stock behind and has a lot of work to put in against a very feared Japanese player. I mean, Rain has definitely sparked a good amount of intimidation amongst most of America.
Yeah, definitely. Rain, one of the more feared players, as you said. I mean, talking to some of our top players like Nairo and Vinny even, saying that Rain is just so scary. One of the Japanese strongest players. Even at SRT at the Sunrise tournament, you watched Rain's performance on the highest level in Japan, and he came through showing us how you really fight ice climbers with Meta Knight. He stepped up his game so much since the last Apex, back when he made Falco, and his Falco was top level too. And coming into that tournament, he didn't even know how to perfect Phantasm until Larry showed him how to do it, and then utilized it in the tournament, and did very well. And picking up Meta Knight.
There's a reason why this guy's the most associated word with him is download. Yeah. I mean, this guy's learning curve is out of this world, and we have some very capable players who put in a lot of lab work. But I'll tell you right now, this dude is the lab.
Yeah, definitely.
And Kain in a rough spot now as he's sitting on top of stock deficit and unfortunately well into the triple digits as he's topping 156%. Rain with a solid 2-0 there, two-stocking Kain.
Yeah, that's a good attempt by Kain, but Rain's patient play and good answers to a lot of Kain's aggressive notions.
Final boss status with that guy. I mean, jeez, he just